Peter Brown, thank you for coming in. We are going to chat about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the loot crate system, as well as the progression system, and how it all works, because you know what, dude? It's pretty freaking confusing.
So as someone from the outside looking in who has not had a chance to play the beta, I have not participated in the early access. I'm blind.
Yeah.
Trying to read the sort of text that was sent around yesterday, I was lost, and even after some clarification, I'm still lost.
Yeah.
And it sounds like even though you went to a 2-day review event and you've been playing the early access stuff, there's still a little bit of confusion. Or maybe you've got it, I don't know, but tell me what you understand, because I need to know.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I have you in here, because you are a fresh perspective, so I can kind of teach you. And I think I have this on lock. It's taken about 3 days to review footage and to understand all these systems in play. And they have changed since beta, but my opinion is still the same, that it is a very heavy-handed loot crate system that will affect your play, no doubt.
Okay, we should start with the basics, I think.
The basics.
So how many different types of currency are there?
Sure. You have your credits.
And how do you earn credits?
Credits you get from matches, and you can also get from challenges. So even completing levels in the campaign, you're getting 500 credits and so forth. Credits are how you open crates.
Okay, so you spend credits to open crates, but not to buy crates.
Well, let's move on to the next, which is crystals. Crystals you can purchase. And we did this on a stream for the sake of just understanding what warrants $100. I would never buy a $100 crate. I would never do that. But we did, and it felt wrong. But we wanted to do it for the sake of just understanding, like, how will this impact your play? So obviously, you see here, if I have Origin Access, I can get that for $10 cheaper. Now, we did the math yesterday, and Eric Green in the chat, a GameSpot fan, God bless him, he recorded all of our live stream. So what we got out of this was 74 crates.
Okay.
And
so how do the crystals come into this?
The crystals come into it where you can use them for, buying these crates. So 200 crystals for a trooper crate, which is the most expensive.
Right.
So
the microtransaction gets you crystals, and then those crystals you convert into crates?
Right, as another way of opening these things up. Yeah. So, 74 crates we opened up. The average cards per crate were roughly 4.4, so 4 to 5. Average number of parts, which I'll get into in a second, crafting parts, was about 51. The max being like 60.
So 51 per crate.
Per crate is roughly what we were getting. And then as far as the cards go, which we could probably just talk about right now, there are 4 different types or tiers to cards.
Okay, so cards I have a weird understanding of. Cards are both the characters that you have and the upgrades that you can apply to them?
Right, they're class specific. So you have, you have, so many menus. So you have 4 classes. These are, the rest here down are used with battle points in game. So if I do well, I'm getting battle points, and the highest being, like a Luke Skywalker per se, and he's locked, and I'll get into that later. And then I can use him and go ham. So yeah, the cards are specific. So I got this improved thermal detonator. That's an epic. And it's worth saying that from our opening of 74 crates, the only cards we were getting as far as the tiers, which is uncommon, common, rare, and epic, we were only getting up to rare.
So I've heard that you don't get epic cards from crates, period.
Correct. But if you pre-ordered the game, which is what I did as well, you were able to get some epic cards. So for instance, there's like a Kylo Ren crate I opened up. And if you look at my character, and again, I have only played roughly 3 hours.
Okay.
But I didn't play Kylo Ren, and this is where I'm at right now, as far as maxing out. So I'm very close to maxing this hero out.
Right. And so is that the same character that everyone who pre-ordered the game gets?
And Rey as well, I believe, and like her Falcon, and like his TIE silencer. I got cards for. If you pre-ordered, that's how those crates
are the characters you get. Okay.
Right. So again, of the crates of the 74 we opened, rare was getting a rare card was about 17%, and then uncommon about 52. Total uncommons Out
of 74 crates.
Yeah, and then total uncommons was about 39 cards. Now, how crafting parts work? Again, like with the normal crates, you cannot get the epic, but so you'll have to craft your way to them. So again, these are all the cards that like I pretty much unlocked through crates with the 74 that I purchased. So I'm doing pretty good, right? Like if you're looking at all these characters, I am looking pretty. I have cards for pretty much almost every card.
I'm just seeing a lot of cards. I'm having a hard time parsing them,
and I can craft cards as well with crafting parts.
So is it safe to say that, and this might just be me talking here, being an outsider, that there's a hell of a lot to sort of wrap your head around when managing all this inventory and
absolutely
currency and stuff? Do you feel like you came to grips with it fast enough that that's just like a problem just at the beginning, or does it continue to sort of baffle?
It continues to baffle me. It continues to baffle me because I have a hard time understanding like where I stand as far as if I were not to purchase these crates, I really cannot tell you like what amount of time. I can tell you that it's a lot of time. I can tell you that it's a lot of time I would have to invest in order to get these naturally in game.
Gotcha.
Because of all these systems in play. So you're dealing with. There's just so much to talk about there. So let me give you some scenarios of what happened to us. So here's Darth Vader. Let me preview him because I am unable to access him because he costs currently 60,000 credits.
So, and how many have you been spending credits at all?
I have not really spent many credits, but that's the
point.
Maybe
about 10 hours or so, 10 or less, you'd get him depending on how well you're playing.
Correct, and more or less, if you look up here, this is what the credits and the crafting parts. These are all from what I got in the crates. So that I opened the 74 for the most part, mostly. Yeah,
you got credits from the crates as well.
Oh yeah, because you are getting so duplicates, which you get, are converted into credits as well.
Understood.
So here's a frustrating example of Darth Vader. Say you're opening crates and you get just any of these.
Yeah. That you can't use you can't access the character.
Because you cannot play him yet.
I mean, how much of this is your desire to be Darth Vader versus, assessing the game, as it were? Because I don't want to, and I don't think you're doing this, but I just want to make sure that we're not, just to play devil's advocate here, like, does it seem to be often enough that it's across like the entire range of characters and ships and things you can upgrade? That
yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
And there are other things you can get. So like I would say like you can get weapons. So for instance, what should be a milestone, which are rewards for completing 500 assault kills, I can access this weapon, but I ended up getting it through a loot crate and this attachment. These I guess I have to do more milestones. And
these all give you advantages in battle, right? Like that.
Absolutely.
The different weapons that are higher powered, let's say, or at least cards, obviously.
Yeah, look at these. Health regeneration delay is shorter than normal.
Sure. Which you can put up to 40%, which is very significant.
It is very significant. So now here's the other part of this that I think I find like a slight cushion to pushing back the idea of being a pay to win, is that I have my class-specific ranks, but I also have my overall rank, which is 4.
Okay.
So, ideally, you want the best cards on all these things, correct? So, that's this right here. Now, I get a card. I can, obviously I can craft it, but then I use crafting parts to upgrade it. What's holding me back is my overall rank. Currently 4. 15 is when I can upgrade this to a rare. And then I believe it's 480 parts.
That's very interesting.
To get it to 40.
So you have to perform well to get the things you need to do the thing, but then you also need to be higher level to actually see that through.
Correct. It's basically a form of gating to prevent me, as I had spent real world money.
I was going to say,
74 crates.
Just spend some money, dude. You'll be fine.
Right. But my overall point is that it's a gate to I think cushion this idea. So again, when I hit, say, I think it's like maybe overall rank 25, I'm rocking, dude. I have 3,000, almost 4,000 crafting parts. You're damn right. I haven't even spent any of my credits yet. I can keep going and get many more crafting parts. So when I hit, and if I play, just enough. So say maybe if I play it hard enough, maybe in a week, generously, I can craft my way to have the best cards in all of them. And the other thing that is worth noticing or noting is that it's a little weird that I'm 22. Well, that's because I have really good cards. Your class rank is determined by the amount and the quality of the cards you possess. So when you start the game fresh, you have 1 card slot. When you get to rank 5 class specific, you get another card slot. When you get to 10, you get that third one. So on face value, by spending all that money and getting all these cards, I was immediately able to get that third card slot and immediately fill all of my classes.
So when you rank up, right, you said like at 5 you get your second card slot, at 10 you get your third.
Right.
And one of the ways that you rank up is by the quality of the cards that you own.
Correct.
So if you...
Quality and amount, I believe.
Right. So if you, let's say, buy crates to get more cards and you get a lot of rare ones, that will then increase your rank and allow you to use them.
Right.
Versus playing to get to that point.
Playing to open crates.
Right.
And get more. Or to use crafting parts and get more cards.
Yeah, okay. I obviously need to play this game more to experience, the ebb and flow of earning and spending and, unlocking things. But, yeah, man, it's a bit frustrating because this is actually like a bit off-putting. I don't know if I want to play multiplayer, if these are the things I have to contend with. It seems to get in the way of the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, we'll have to see how that diminishing returns thing, if that happens, how that feels, if the gameplay can still make this worth playing. I guess we're early. It's still confusing.
Yeah, this is just again, this is like I'm in early or the EA Origin Access trial, so I'm able to play 10 hours of the game before the game comes out. So yeah, I guess that's kind of it in a nutshell.
All right, well, we've got obviously a lot more Star Wars Battlefront 2 to play. The campaign we've only really got a taste for, and multiplayer seems like, we really have to see how that pans out.
Yeah.
So we will have our review sometime next week. In the meantime, hop on to EA Origin Access if you want to get a taste of the game for yourself. Rob, thanks for explaining the stuff to me.
Thank you for coming in and taking a look.